Welcome back everyone. This cool little article from Apple Insider came out yesterday or the day before, actually a while ago, apparently April 15th. I don't know why people just now start talking about it, but they actually mentioned that Apple could eventually switch away from having buttons on their phones and pretty much, having just, indicators or invisible buttons and sliders on their device instead. Now I saw this on Reddit, so shout out to the Apple subreddit. And after I read it, it is pretty insane to me that something like this is even wanting to be done. I don't know why we would ever want to switch away from buttons, but now that you think about it, and after I started thinking about it for a couple of seconds and minutes, people said the same thing about, why remove the headphone jack or why remove this and that, and even why even put in a smaller, charging port on your device? Why have one port that does everything? There's a lot of things that, people have done in the past where Apple switched away from, and it just kind of makes sense to kind of, move away in this direction. In my opinion, they've already pretty much removed a massive button that people kind of forget about already, which was the home button. When Apple removed the home button, a ton of people at that point were really upset about it, but we get used to it. And now at this point, I cannot imagine using a, home button iPhone anymore, even though I use them every single day whenever I review them for older software and stuff. But as a main device, I really don't want to switch back to it. I love the seamless experience with, a gesture-based design. But just imagine back when, home buttons were a thing. And now all phones don't have home buttons. Most iPhones don't except for the iPhone SE2, but all Androids don't have home buttons either. So it's a massive thing that's changed there. The only other thing that we need to do now is essentially remove the volume buttons and pretty much the power button. So people would say, well, how would you control the volume and how would you turn the phone on and off? Well, this article kind of goes into a little bit of a detail of how it could happen. Essentially what it would be is kind of, some sensors on the device and maybe some indents on the device as well, showcasing exactly oh, this is where the power button is, this is where the home button is, or this is where the, power buttons are and the volume buttons. So you would essentially still be able to tell exactly where those buttons are, but you wouldn't be able to, click in a button exactly. I think they would be more so like vibration motors. Like if you think of the Magic Trackpad and even the trackpads on MacBooks that have the Force Touch mechanism, it's a vibration motor. It's not an actual clicking button. So that's another crazy thing people kind of forget. So in my opinion, when you have a device like this with a, an iPhone without any buttons, it would just be a, slab of, metal and everything. Something like, the iPhone 12 Pro, but just no buttons on it. And I think that would be crazy. There's already rumors that Apple's going to go ahead and remove the charging port. So we're not going to have a charging port, but then we're not going to have buttons either. That's going to be a crazy cool iPhone. It would save some parts internally for Apple to put in bigger batteries and add more features here and there, but watch them remove the buttons and put a smaller battery in that device too. That's something they would do. So that's essentially it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.